and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Nora Amyra binti Mohammad along with my other members, student of Bachelor in Accounting and Finance, Kolej Politek Mara Bahri. Welcome to our presentation to all the viewers. Here is our poster and we will proceed with the explanation of each section by each members. This will be the context and the flow of our presentation. Going forward, let's proceed to the introduction. The impact of COVID-19 focusing on industries, healthcare, logistics and transportation, and tourism. That is the research title that will be discussed today. In the year 2020, an outbreak known as COVID-19 has hit humans all over the country and causing an unexpected crisis. There have been multiple outbreaks of deadly infectious disease same as COVID-19, such as SARS, Ebola, and MERS. But COVID-19 is really unique since it is extremely infectious and causes a significant number of deaths. The worldwide economy has been harmed by the spread of this disease. This outbreak has impacted a wide range of industries and continues to do so to various degrees, providing opportunities for some while posing obstacles for others. As a result, we had chosen these three industries for the study, which is healthcare, logistics and transportation, and tourism, as these are the some of the Malaysian most affected businesses. Well, that is all for the introduction part to our studies. Alright, now I will discuss the problem statement for the research. The problem statement that can be identified is that first and foremost, logistics were in great demand and were among the fastest growing industries as a result of the COVID-19. Furthermore, COVID-19 has caused a global shock causing a slowdown in various economic sectors, including tourism, oil and gas, aviation, finance, and healthcare. Finally, healthcare services are in high demand during the epidemic, and COVID-19 has a severe influence on Malaysian tourism industries, particularly the hotel industries. Now, that is all for the problem statement. We'll look deeply as my friend Alim will discuss the research instrument and research questions for our paper.
Okay, for research instrument, we use secondary data which we collect data from Bursa Malaysia. We also get all the listed company from each selected industry. A figure of profit after tax and revenue from annual report of each companies are data used for this project. In total, it involves 19 companies from healthcare, 34 companies from logistics and transportation, and 22 companies from tourism. Next is a research question. For research question, whether COVID-19 has significantly impacted the revenue or profitability of the industry of healthcare, logistics and transportation, and tourism. We were stressing on a significant impact of the COVID-19 pandemic toward the industry in Malaysia. As a benchmark, we use profit after tax and revenue from annual report. Next, Alim Duni will proceed with data sources.
Thank you to Nurul. So my name is Nurul Alim bin Duni. I will present about the data sources and the data analysis. So for the data sources, to do this research, we have collected the data from the annual report for each of the companies that listed in Bursa Malaysia. For the focusing industry, which is healthcare industry, logistics, and transportation and tourism industry. There are 19 companies listed in healthcare industry in Bursa Malaysia, 34 companies for logistics and transportation, and 22 companies for tourism industries. We have collected the figure revenue for 2018 to 2020 and net profit for the year 2019 and 2020 from the annual report for each of the company. After that, we calculate the changes in revenue for 2019 and 2020 for each companies by using the formula of current revenue minus previous revenue, then divide with the previous revenue. While for the net profit margin, the formula is a profit after tax divided by revenue. Okay, we'll continue for the descriptive analysis. For the mean of each industry, the average changes in revenue only healthcare industries that increased from 2019 to 2020, which is from 1 to 36, while the other industry was decreased. As we can see, the logistics and transportation, there is a decrease by 6.32 from 0.19 to negative 6.51, while the tourism industry was decreased by 36% from negative 1 to 37. For the net profit margin, all industries show negative mean for the both year, but for the healthcare industry, it shows that the mean of net profit margin is increased while the other industry is decreased. So that's all from me. I will pass to Norhaswani Suraya.
Thank you, Alim. My name is Norhaswani Suraya. Now I will proceed about the descriptive analysis. In the healthcare industry, the data are more spread out across this industry as indicated by the highest standard deviation for net profit margin in both years. As we can see, the standard deviation for 2019 is 416.24 while 2020 is 159.05. From that, we can indicate that the healthcare industry deals with pharmaceutical product companies or companies that provide healthcare services or hospitals. Similar to the logistic and transportation industry, which also has high standard deviation, which 145.13 for net profit margin due to different services businesses offered by other companies, thus it resulted in different effect. That's all from me. I will pass to Nora Amyra.
Alright, thank you Haswani. Now, I will continue on the analysis and result. The next analysis that I have used to conduct the research result is heterogeneity test. T-test is used to show whether the industries has significant impact on the changes in revenue and profitability or not. As seen from table, board A compares the performance of net profit margin. On the notes, if alpha, which is 0.05, is less than significant value, we can accept the null hypothesis and fail to reject. Hence, we can see that the alpha value 0.05 is less than significant value, which is the highlight one for all industries. So, if we accept the null hypothesis and fail to reject, there is no significant differences. In summary of the t-test on board A, there were no significant differences seen in the net profit margin for all industries. Next, my friend Ayin will continue the analysis on t-test on the change in revenue.
For board B, changes in revenue, as we can see, healthcare and logistics and transportation show there is no significant impact, implying that this pandemic has no impact toward this industry. However, for tourism industry, it shows significant impact, implying that tourism industry has been negatively impacted by this pandemic due to movement control or the travel restriction, causing their economy to get worse. Next, Haswani Suraya will proceed with conclusion.
Thank you, Nurul Ayin. In conclusion, the mean net profit margin for healthcare, tourism and logistic and transportation industry do not significantly impact by the pandemic. The changes in revenue for the tourism industry is significantly impacted due to movement restriction order that causes the travel cuts. Furthermore, this study showed that the healthcare, logistic and transportation industry in Malaysia had no significant changes in revenue and net profit margin. Meanwhile, the tourism industry has significant changes in revenue and no significant differences in net profit margin. In summary, other factors impacted the industry. COVID-19 was not the only factor that impacted the industry, profitability and revenue. This brings me to the end of our presentation group. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.